essence, existentialism. These are very interesting concepts. Well, what do they have to do with anything that was written in the title of this video? Well, I'm gonna explain to you. Okay, let's look back first at essence. Essence was brought up by two amazing people back then in ancient Greece called Aristotle and Plato. They said that essence is basically a core of properties or fundamental or primary properties that are necessary or essential for something to be what it is. Without those qualities, that thing could not be what it is. Now, in a crash course philosophy video that I'll leave the description down below, they made an example of a knife. A knife with a wooden handle or a metal handle, it really doesn't matter. But without the blade, it wouldn't be a knife anymore. Meaning the blade is that essential property or the essence of that knife. Now, Plato and Aristotle believe that we do have those essential properties within us even before we were born. Meaning that it was predetermined for us to be either this or that. Or I can even summarize it to say that you were born to be a certain thing. Now that's the view of essentialism. Moving on, later in the late 1800s came about people who challenged that belief or challenged that view to come up with another thing called existentialism, which is a bit different from essentialism in that for it says that existence precedes essence. Okay, this means that you were born first and then it is up to you to determine what your essence is. Now those two beliefs are the ones that really stuck to my mind when it comes to this question of what the purpose of life really is. And this is what we're going to look at in this video, what our essence is and what the purpose of life is. Now, philosophy as a whole has theories on what they could define what the meaning of life really is. You have essentialism, which is what we discussed, and also existentialism, and you have nihilism, which is the belief in the meaningless of life, and you have all these other beliefs. But what is the meaning of life? What life really means to all of us? Now I can quote many philosophers that have came before me of what they think the meaning of life really is. But I'm gonna take it from different perspectives of different people that are still alive now and those who came before me of what the purpose of life really is. Now, words that really stuck to me until this day when it comes to the meaning or the purpose of life were from Albert Camus when he says the literal meaning of life is whatever you're doing that prevents you from killing yourself. Now those words are really what made me go deep into philosophy to really comprehend what the purpose of life really is. When I was still very young, around 18 years old, I asked an elderly man what the meaning of life really is during my sister's wedding. And they said something amazing. They said that for them, the purpose of life is to just enjoy it as it is. Meaning that you can have all these worries, you can have all the tiredness and the adversities that life can bring at you and they will wear you down and even make you a person that you don't want to become. But all goes down to just enjoy it. Do they matter? Do all those things matter? If they do, then they really are constituting hurt. They're constituting all these things into your life, which in other words, they're not making you a better of a person. They're making you even more of a better person. So try to enjoy life as it is and try to change what you can change and see what you can see, because life will come and changes and challenges will come in every direction, and what you do to it and what you do with those challenges and how you act really constitutes on how you live. But at the end of the day is that, are you enjoying your life? Because when you get to old age, one thing that you don't really want to do is to regret and have those regrets of what did I not leave or why am I alive in the first place, right? That is what he told me. Now what that gentleman, that elderly man really taught me was the fact that life is but a brief happening and the odds of me being alive while tomorrow, the next year or years from that are really very low, because I don't really know where I'm gonna be alive or I'm gonna be dead by then. So why really live it doing things that don't make you happy, doing things that are not in turn giving you happiness? But in terms of that, you have to look at what the purpose of all of those things are. Do you find satisfaction in them? Do you find meaning into them? That's why at the beginning I mentioned essentialism and existentialism, because existentialism will focus on the concept of saying you give your life meaning, and essentialism look at your life already had meaning and you already had that particular purpose. And I think on a daily basis that what I struggle with, and that's what most people that talk to me on a daily basis struggle with, is the fact that I don't really know whether in life I should give it meaning or I should already be living in a meaning that was given unto me either by my parents or maybe people who looked up to me, or when I grew up they told me that I'm this certain person or I'm this certain being who can do this and that in the entire world and accomplish great things. Now for that, from my mentors, I really took a few pointers on what the purpose of life really is or what the meaning of life really is, because all of these views in some way correlate with each other. Either you could view life as a meaningless suffering, right, which is a nihilistic approach to it, or you could view it from an essentialistic view, which is to see that you already had purpose and you can live with it, or you can view it from an existentialistic view to say that I'm the one who's supposed to give it meaning and and give it purpose. And mostly above all, enjoy it. As that elderly man once told me, enjoy it, and every single day give thanks for it. For most people will be thriving for having that. Most people would want to have what you have, but at the end of the day, it's all about enjoying it and giving that meaning unto your life that you really want to have, and figuring yourself out. As once people said, that life is a journey of discovery, and going out there and figuring out yourself, and taking challenges as they come on a daily basis, and executing in whatever that you want to do, either your passions, the being with your loved one, being with your kids, your partner, everything, and making an amazing impact in the world. That, for me and for some people, is the true meaning of life. Now, according to you, what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? This is a very hard question to answer. Leave your comments down below telling us what your meaning of your life is, or different stories from different people that you've heard telling you their meanings of life. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or follow us on Instagram at Mellifluous Network. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an amazing day, morning. Have a good one.